I'm living my life, the best case scenario. I'm intentional about my actions. Everything I do takes me closer to my goals. I have a crystal focus and I begin with the end in mind. Good morning, abundance queens and kings. My name is Pooja. In this episode of Creating in Abundance, I'm going to talk about the power of intention and its influence on manifestation. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, let's first talk about intent. What is intent? Most of the things that's happening in our life, it's on autopilot. We're not even thinking about it. We try to multitask, and at the end of the day, there is no awareness or intention to whatever we are doing. We are not even present when we are eating. That's the kind of age we are in. That's the kind of era we are in. Intention is important because it gives you clarity. But now we are focused on being hyper productive. Life experience is unique to each and every one of us. We have a different flavor with which we want to live our life. When you decide to have an intentional life, you get to decide what flavor you are going to experience. So, first of all, how do we determine what kind of life we want to have, what kind of life we want to live, right? Most of us, we don't even think about it, like what kind of life we want to live. But subconsciously, the kind of life that we want to live is determined by two things: how we were raised, the kind of exposure we had, and secondly, the things which are influencing us with everything that's in our surroundings, in our environment. Those two factors plays a very important role in determining the kind of life we want to live. So if you're trying to determine or understand what kind of life you want to live first, look into those things and you will have a clue. So now, when you know that this is the flavor I choose, this is the kind of life I want, this is the vision I have for myself in terms of relationship, in terms of health, in terms of business, in terms of career, in terms of spirituality, and there are so many elements to consider, right? Once you have clarity, being intentional can immensely contribute to the quality of life you can enjoy. Being intentional makes you aware of your choices. Being intentional gives you the clarity you need to get those things in order, get your priorities in order. What happens when you are intentional? When you are intentional, firstly, you become an energetic match. You become an energetic match, a magnet, and get in alignment with the vision you have in your mind to the things that you want in your life. You get into that frequency with ease and flow, with as least effort as possible. The second thing that intention does is it gives you certainty. It gives you certainty with the kind of life you want, and it gives certainty with your vision. We know that we need to let go, and there is an element of uncertainty to life. But when you are intentional, when you are crystal clear with what you want, you are placing the right orders to the universe because you have already said it out to the universe that yes, this is what I want. And considering the uncertainty element of intention, you might fail. A certain strategy that is working for someone else, for instance, you want to start a business, right? You see this other person who is using a certain strategy to grow their business. It might be working for them, it may not work for you. But how will you know if you don't start, if you don't act on it? So, when you have that intention, when you are using that power of intention and getting clear, you at least know where you're heading. And where you are heading has a lot of routes. It's not just one way. There are multiple ways to reach the destination. And sometimes when you fail to reach that destination, when you come across bumps, you just need to re-strategize or re-evaluate based on the bumps that you experience and just move on. That's why when you are intentional, when you are clear with what you want, you don't have that fear of uncertainty because you know where the destination is. When you know where you are headed, why would those little bumps on the way stop you? When you face a bump, you just move across it, flow through it, find a way to remove that obstruction from your way and move ahead because you know where you're heading. The journey is unique to everyone. Success, happiness, joy, a life experience is a unique experience, and we were not born with a blueprint of living our life. It is a unique experience, and we find our way through it. It's like a treasure hunt, right? But once we know what we are looking for, at least when you have the clarity of knowing what you're searching for, at least when you know what treasure are you hunting, it becomes a way more easier ride than it needs to be. We complicate it for no reason. There is no need to complicate it. That's why your dreams and desires are unique to you. What works for someone else may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for someone else. The fun thing is, you have to explore, you have to experience, and find your own journey. Intention is everything. I can't emphasize this enough. Even in this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the second habit is begin with the end in mind. What does this mean? When you know what outcome or result you want to achieve with your actions, you are able to do it more effectively. You are able to do it with maximum efficiency and minimum effort. And that's why you are able to manifest effortlessly because you're clear. The clearer you can get with what you want in life, the easier it's going to be because you're not distracted. You're not sidetracked by a lot of things you see online or in different videos or posts or books because you know what you want, and whatever information you're learning from different people or different books, that information just becomes a part of you because those information filters through you. You resonate with a part of it, make it a part of you, integrate it in your life, and just move on. You're not stuck to it because you know you are worthy, you have a dream, you have an ambition, and you can go there. Because when you have clarity, when you know, like, this is what I want, any information that someone is giving to you, you look at it from the lens of what you want and how that information can assist you. Otherwise, if you don't have any clarity, and if someone comes and tells you something, if you listen to someone, if you listen to a podcast, if you're reading a book, you're open but you're not clear, it is not going to be as useful as it could be with the power of intention. When you are clear, when you use the power of intention, it has the ability to collapse time. Which means if something was going to take you 10 years or 5 years, if you are crystal clear, you may be able to achieve that in as less as 1 year. This information can very well be integrated with the 12-week year. If you read that book, the author says that you can split a single year into 4 years. A year can be equivalent to 12 weeks, and you can further split your 12 weeks to get crystal clear with what you want. Get clear with each step, get clear with each task, with each week, with each day, with each hour. It allows you to see things from a macro perspective as well as micro perspective. I definitely recommend that book. So let's use the power of intention in 2 scenarios. Firstly, in the long term vision. Journal about it, think about it, and really sit down with yourself and imagine what you want your life to look like in 5 years. How do you see yourself progressing? How do you see yourself growing in all aspects of life in 5 years? In terms of relationship, in terms of career, health, and every aspect of your life. Sit down with yourself and have a vision for yourself. Every day set an intention of already having lived that life and feel gratitude for it and feel those emotions of already have experienced that life. The second way where you can use the power of intention is in the short term goals. Every day as you wake up, you can visualize yourself having a day which was productive, which was happy and exactly as you planned. Imagine the best case scenarios that can happen to you tomorrow and go to bed. Wake up in the morning and imagine the best case scenarios that can happen to you throughout the day, and imagine yourself going to bed with so much gratitude and satisfaction. Now think of using this power of intention when you're starting a project. Imagine yourself being so happy and so productive. You exactly achieved the output you were looking for in that project, even before starting it. Then go and start that project. See how it changes, how your productivity, see the quality of work, how it changes when you set that kind of intention. So now you may be wondering, how can you make this power of intention a part of you? How can I make this a habit so that I don't forget it and use it on a daily basis? This is how. Start the night before. Every single day before going to bed, set the intention of having an amazing day the next day. Secondly, be self aware. Every time you find yourself stressing or being anxious, just set the intention and take the power back. Know that you are in the driver's seat and you have the control, because intention allows you to take the power back from whoever is navigating your life. You basically take the power back, right? So set the intention that you are in the right direction, you have the power in your hands, and there is no need to be anxious or stressed out. Whenever you feel anxious, you need to reroute yourself and ask yourself why you're feeling anxious. Use an affirmation every time to solidify this belief in your subconscious. You could simply say, I am living my life, the best case scenario. I am intentional about my actions. Everything I do takes me closer to my goals. I have a crystal focus and I begin with the end in mind. Imagine how powerful this can be. Being intentional allows you to set the tone for the day, for the activity, for everything that you do in life. Instead of dancing to someone else's playlist, you know what kind of music you are going to listen. You know the playlist, you know what kind of music you're going to listen to, what kind of music you're dance to, and you're prepared for what's coming. You are taking ownership and control of your life and for everything that you do in your life. You are moving from a place of victim to a place of ownership, to a place of abundance. And that's what we want with the power of intention. And this is how it can help you with your manifestation. So start incorporating the power of intention in your life today and build a life of abundance. Until next time, peace, much love, and please keep on creating your inner abundance. Bye.